Hello and welcome to this PalmSens unboxing video. Today we're going to find out what you get when you order the new Nexus. You will first find safely packed Nexus potentiostat. You will also see that for the typical PalmSens products, the Nexus is a bit bigger. This is because this is our first 1 ampere device. Of course, you will get in your delivery also a certificate that we have carefully tested your Nexus and calibrated it before we send it to you. You will get an operator's manual, so you can look up all the small things that you need to know about the Nexus, all the details, but don't worry, for the software, for PSTrace, you will install a digital manual when you install PSTrace. Then, if you want to get started with your Nexus really quickly, we do have a quick installation guide, or you can just watch the full video because we're going to do the measurement from this quick installation guide in the second half of this video. Then you will also find a way to connect the Nexus to your computer, which is a USB-C cable, which is quite traditional for us. You will find a USB stick with the software, but of course you can also download the software from our website. Furthermore, you will find a dummy cell in here that has different circuits. We will use that as well later in the video for a test measurement. Then, as an alternative to a USB-C connection, we have an Ethernet connection here. So you can connect the Nexus to your network and then just control it remotely. Then, of course, you need to connect the Nexus to your electrochemical cell. So we have here a cell cable. This is a bit thicker. We need this because the Nexus is the first device that we have that can go up to 1 ampere. Then we have here a second cell cable, which is just the cable for the second sense lead for the counter electrode. So we do have a counter sense that you can connect here to the Nexus, and this is really helpful if you want to do an impedance spectroscopy between the working and the reference and between the working and the counter electrode at the same time. Then we have here these cables that have this audio jack type of connection. These are used to connect multiple Nexus to each other. So instead of buying a multi-Nexus, you're just gonna make a stack of multiple Nexuses on top of each other, and then you connect them with the cable and they're ready to go as a multi-channel device, even with hardware synchronization. Then we have a ground cable for the chassis. So usually the Nexus is floating, and with this cable you can connect the ground of the Nexus to the ground of your Faraday cage to, well, get the least noise. Then we have a power supply. Many of you might be used to our devices that are battery powered, are powered through USB. Well, the Nexus can go to current that is as high as 1 ampere, and unfortunately we can't support that anymore via USB. So now we know everything that's in the box, so let's find out how to do our first measurement. I just said the Nexus needs a bit of power, so let's start by connecting the power supply. Then let's continue connecting the Nexus to our computer. We will do this with the USB-C connection, not with the other option, which would be the Ethernet cable. Then we need to connect our cell. For that we need our cell cable. The cell cable has this type of round plug with the red dot on the top. You just put it in the round port in the middle. If you want to pull it out again, grab the checkered part and pull. Then I connect the crocodile clips. I need, for this measurement, my working electrode, and since the Nexus is capable of these high currents, we have a sense lead to compensate for things as, for example, the cable resistance. If you don't need a 4-point measurement, you just connect the working electrode to the sense lead, as I'm doing it now. You could connect a white clip to indicate that this is the sense lead. I prefer connecting a red clip to indicate that this is the working electrode. Then we have the black clip for the counter electrode, and we have the blue clip for the reference electrode. The green clip would be for the ground, which would connect to the Faraday cage. We're not using one for this test measurement. And the yellow one is the bipod, if you have ordered the option with a bipod. And I'm just not using a bipod for this first test measurement. Then I need the dummy cell for our test measurement. The PalmSens dummy cell has 3 different circuits. The Randall circuit, which is really nice to be used, for example, impedance spectroscopy. 10 kilo ohm resistor, which is very nice to use when you want to make a measurement where you know the result very precisely. And then we have what we call the redox circuit, which are two serial diodes that create an LSV that looks like an S. So it's very close to a non-diffusion limited redox system. So I connect the blue clip to the RE pad, the black clip to the CE pad, and I connect the red clip to the WEB, so to the 10 kilo ohm resistor. Now I'm almost done because I need to switch on my Nexus to perform a measurement. For that, I just hold this power button for a few seconds, and then the device is turning on and is performing a self-test. Also note that there is an LED ring here. When it's blue, the device is idle and ready to go. When it's red, it's measuring and the cell is switched on. I have already installed and opened PSTrace on my laptop, so let's start to do our measurement. We just go to Method, we're going to load a method, then we can load the method PS dummy LSV 2 volts. I'm doing that because it's very convenient to load a pre-made methods because now all the parameters are set for me. But before I can start my measurement, I need to connect to my Nexus. I just connected it, so I press first refresh and it pops up here in the list of available instruments. So I press connect. Now I'm connected to my Nexus and I have set all the parameters, so I only need to press run and I perform my measurement. As you see, the LED turns red. And we have performed our first measurement. It's a diagonal line through the origin of the plot, which is exactly what we expect for a 10 kilo ohm resistor. So I hope you have seen what you get when you buy a Nexus, and you have seen how easy it is to perform your first measurement. I hope you have fun exploring all the other possible applications. If you want to see more of the features of the Nexus, look out for follow-up videos. Best is to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also to follow us on LinkedIn so you don't miss any of our updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day.